Hello to my Gemini family. This is Barb at Mystic Door Tarot. This is your weekly intuitive tarot reading for January 17th through the 23rd. Thank you so much for joining me today, and if you're new or returning to my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe and join me daily for my quick glance daily readings. Now, these are general readings, Gemini, so I'm picking up the Gemini energy in a general sense. So take what resonates and leave the rest. So let's take a look at your cards for the week ahead. First card, Three of Cups. Good, nice energy. Five of Cups. And the Fool. Now, we'll get to your other cards in just a little bit, Gemini, but first energy that I'm picking up, Gemini, is like a message coming through in regards to don't fall back on old habits. You're just 2 weeks into the new year, and some of you are falling back into your old habits. So really an indication here I'm picking up, stick to your guns as to what it is you want for your future. And a reminder to trust your own instincts. So for some of you, I feel almost like you're second guessing yourself, maybe changing your mind, maybe what you were setting into motion. So it's really an energy here where you need to just kind of go within. It's kind of like the hermit energy. To go within for those answers, see what comes to the surface, what comes to mind as to how you should move forward. But it's more or less a don't give up energy, Gemini. So let's take a look at each of your cards here. You first have the Three of Cups, then the Five of Cups, and then the Fool. And the reason I'm mentioning all the cards, it's almost like this is how you're falling prey, going back to repeating old cycles, Gemini. First, you're all excited and happy and celebrating, and then you get into this mode of regret and loss and maybe looking for things to return back to normal. But you had made a game plan to go off in a new direction. So it's almost like I'm picking up where your resolution that you might have made 2 weeks ago is kind of starting to falter, and you're going back to old habits, the old way of doing things, and that would be a mistake. Now, with the Three of Cups, definitely a card of celebrating. So try to remember that energy. This is like the support of people around you that you can go to, share good news with, or when something special happens. This is your go-to people. You come together, you celebrate, you support each other. So Three of Cups could be an indication now to contact those supportive friends, those resources to help keep you going in the right direction. This number 3 energy here is something like coming together to create something more, like assistance, or create something new, a new energy. There's definitely a sense of you're moving towards something that you want, Gemini, but if you're in danger of falling into past repeat patterns, so you need the help from those supportive people around you, whether it's friends, family, spiritual group, whatever it may be. So let's pull a clarifying card for the Three of Cups. The Death card. Definitely an indication of a transformation and not to get caught up in those repeat patterns. The number 13 of the numerology of the Death card, it reduces to 4. And it's coming through as kind of a warning that you could get stuck by second guessing yourself or thinking you're not good enough or you can't do this, those kind of things. That's what I'm picking up, and you really have to trust in yourself, Gemini. Next, Five of Cups. This is the energy that I'm talking about. You don't want to start looking at things from the past. You really want to keep moving forward, but it's coming through. You're thinking, you're kind of in this circle of wanting something, and it's something that's gone, it's done, it's over with, it's not coming back. The sad thing about this Five of Cups energy is behind this individual, there's 2 cups. That's new opportunities. And that's what you're moving towards, especially maybe at the first of the year. So definitely an energy coming in, kind of communicating. Don't lose your stamina, your will to achieve what it is you want to go after. Just keep picking up like disappointment, setbacks. This number 5 energy with this 5 of Cups is one that is challenging you. So you need to approach things in a different way. When those challenges arise, a different point of view. Look at it a different angle. Go under, go over, go around, whatever you have to do. So let's pull a clarifying card for the 5 of Cups, but definitely an energy where you need to snap out of it. Strength. Got the Strength card. Call upon your inner reserves to persevere. You know, the stamina to go forward. You're going to be able to get to what it is you want, Gemini. And since this is a general reading, this can be that it could be in regards to your health, relationships, where you live, what you do for a living, any number of things. But persevere, Gemini. Stop that pattern, that repetitive pattern of maybe looking at how things worked out before. You're kind of seeing the same pattern. Now you need to look at it with a fresh pair of eyes, you might say. And it's interesting because both of your clarifying cards here are major arcana cards, which is an indication that change is definitely needed here, Gemini. And that would be getting out of that behavioral pattern or way of thinking or just falling back into those habits you wanted to eliminate. Next, Fool card. This is in regards to the direction you want to go in. You're at a crossroads. Maybe you want a new adventure. You want to break out of how things have been, especially for the past 2 years. And what's interesting is the Fool in this deck is really dancing on like thin air, you might say. Juggling all these astrological planetary alignments, the signs, almost like an indication there's going to be things that are going to be set in your path that you're going to need to deal with. Maybe some challenges. You see the moon in the back. Could be unforeseen things, but Fool card is still about taking that leap of faith and don't worry about things that are going on around you. Now, my favorite thing about the Fool card is the numerology 0, because that's a blank slate, Gemini. It's the absence of everything and therefore the potential for anything. So it's releasing you from this cycle, which I'm picking up. So many of you have habits that you want to let go. It's difficult. But this is before the beginning and after the end with 0. So you're kind of like suspended energy, being able to go off in a new direction on a new fresh start. And I feel so many Geminis really are like putting this into place, but maybe at this point, kind of second guessing yourself or falling back into old habits. So let's pull a clarifying card for the Fool. See if we get any other additional information. Queen of Pentacles. An indication here of get back to the basics. Get yourself grounded and centered. Get yourself back on track, Gemini. You can do this. Now, the numerology here for your 3 tarot cards is actually number 8 because the Fool card is 0. 8 is one of abundance. It's also influence, and it also represents you taking the lead, Gemini. Now, your last tarot card here is kind of like the overall energy for what your tarot cards are saying. And you have the 2 of Swords, which is Libra's card in energy, where you want things perfectly in balance. Certainly not possible. And this card, an energy here, is ruled by the moon. Things are not known. There are secrets. That's why you see her like blindfolded. But they are angelic wings, so an indication that things will be revealed to you, Gemini, in divine timing. This pretty much is a card in energy kind of indicating that you're hesitating, second guessing yourself. You don't have all the information, everything. You want almost like a guarantee that things are going to absolutely work out for you. But you have to take a leap of faith with this Fool card and put that kind of energy out there. If there's negative energy out there, if there's doubt, that's what's going to come back to you. So you need to put out that you are going to be able to do what it is you want to accomplish. You're going to be able to follow through. And if 2 weeks ago you decided you were going to eliminate a habit of yours or a pattern, you can do it, Gemini. Just don't have the preconceived notions or trying to control things. You have to just let things like play out. Crystal for the week. Blue lace agate. Communication, your throat chakra. And here's my blue lace agate, so let's bring that energy into the reading for you. Certainly could be an area. This could be an area here, your throat chakra, your communication, where you need to be more aggressive. Maybe you hold on to what you want to say. Or for some Geminis, maybe you think before you speak. And you're trying to correct that. Possibly there's an indication this week that your words are indeed very powerful. So it's really a week where you need to communicate very clearly what you do want, Gemini, what you don't want. And when you're positive and clear in regards to your wants, this kind of then goes along with that law of attraction, that what's going to come around and come back into you. So you need to get rid of any kind of fears of what other people think, what they might say. Don't worry about other people, their feelings. You just need to be you, Gemini. You can express yourself very clearly, but in a compassionate way. There's an indication here this week that you do need to tell other people how you feel. You need to express yourself. This is actually the stone of communication, and it's showing up this week saying that you need to pay attention to what comes out of your mouth, so to speak, your verbal expression. You might have to communicate something in a very difficult or stressful situation, and that can be in regards to maybe speaking in front of a group, whether it be at work or some other platform. And you can't let things that are said kind of alter how you, yourself, what you believe in, and how you need to express yourself. So last card here is a final message from the Shaman's Dream Oracle deck. And you received a winter's dream. There she is. Okay. Don't get too cozy. Winter's dream, this kind of somewhat ties into your first card here. Especially with your clarifying card. It's like a transition. But winter's dream is that energy I was picking up. Be careful not to fall back into old habits. This card is a warning, like not to fall asleep. This is not about hibernation. It's about replenishing your life force energy, Gemini. There's an indication that whatever it is you originally wanted to accomplish, it's telling me that spring is when things will come into fruition. You're going to start seeing some results. But winter's dream is about going within, returning to get yourself grounded and centered and connecting with spirit. It's about reinforcing your priorities and definitely not trying to control things. This is a time to kind of just go with the flow, as the time for action on your part, Gemini, is going to come a bit later. And I really love the quote here with the Winter's Dream card. It's to remember that all things are born of dreams, and your task is to wake up within the dream to guide it to your chosen destination. That is the Fool card. That's what your Fool card is all about, to have that leap of faith to go in the direction that your heart is telling you to. Whether it be pursuing a relationship, moving house, focusing on a certain project or goal, maybe a new job, whatever it is, Gemini, to go forward with high expectations that you will be successful. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure to subscribe and help support my channel. And for a private tarot card reading, the links are listed below. Love and abundance to my Gemini family.